Hey everyone, my name is Jesse Vanderpool and this is Vander's Wands. I started this channel because I started to work on some wands a while ago, and I just thought this would be a nice, fun way of displaying them a bit better than just simple still photos. Of course, I can do short little videos and stuff like that on Instagram and Facebook, which is where current following resides. Looking to expand it a little bit though into the YouTube realm, and also open it up for some discussions, share some helpful tips, hopefully, um, and we'll take it from there. This channel is going to be focused. I mean, the name of the channel is Vander's Wands, so it's going to be focused primarily on wands that I create. And maybe, like I said, sharing some tips. Might do some Harry Potter talk if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on any of those, the movies or the books or anything like that. Um, I Why wands? My wife actually introduced me to Harry Potter years ago. I hadn't read them. She got me into it. I grew up watching like Star Wars and wow, what was it, Willow, all sorts of fantasy movies, and so I've always liked that stuff. It was not necessarily twisting my arm, bringing me into the Harry Potter universe. Um, but some years ago, we had bought our first house, and we tore down this island in our kitchen, and I had to trim down some tree branches out in front of our house because it wasn't meeting uh, city ordinance or whatever. And so I had all these branches to get rid of, and I think it was for Christmas or something like that. I decided to carve her up a wand, and I used one of the doorknob pieces of hardware from the island that we had knocked down in our house. Which, if you're a homeowner, you know, like the first time that you do any kind of renovation, the feeling that you get when you do that. Uh, it's almost like I felt like I was like the landlord was going to come in at any moment or something like that. Being as how we had only rented before, so it was kind of a fun experience. And so to kind of I used one of the tree branches that I cut down out there and a piece of the hardware from our kitchen island that we demolished. Um, Here it is. She likes bees and whatnot, so that is why I did the uh, bee pattern there, and that's actually supposed to be like a little bee butt sticking out of the bottom there. I don't know if you can see that. And then I left some of the bark on, and then I attached the hardware from the handle there. So this was my wife's bee wand. She's not a big collectible person necessarily, but she got a kick out of it. She thought it was fun. The next one that I had ever that was the first one I had ever done. And then I have now a 12-year-old daughter who at the time was, I don't know, 7 or something like that, maybe 7 or 8. And so I decided to carve her up one too. And I think that she was more like in Hermione and whatnot. So there's this one, and this was my daughter's first wand. She's got she's got a new one that I made her, but this is the new one, or this is the original one, and I just tried my best to kind of carve in there using a Dremel, some sort of viney looking pattern, um, reminiscent of Hermione's. Um, but this was just me not knowing nothing about nothing when it comes to wands and the dimensions and all that stuff. I did stumble across a guy's YouTube channel a while ago, and he goes by the name. I think his real name's Alfonso or Al, um, but he goes by Kivox Ender, which is his like stage name, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, that's his channel, and this guy makes some awesome works of art, and I am inspired by that. This was the one that I was making myself that was kind of in line with these, which are all really long, by the way. They're like 15, 16 inches, which of course isn't unheard of. I mean, the Elder Wand, I think, was like 16-ish inches or so. And I was going for more of like a kind of like a spinal cord looking deal here. I never actually finished. This isn't like, I would not consider this finished. The other two that I showed were in their final state. But this one, I never really finished. I kind of just, I don't know. I guess I lost inspiration on it. Maybe I'll come back to it since I've started to do some other ones. But yeah, so those are the ones that I had made before ever coming across this guy Kivox's channel. And now I'll grab one that I've made since I came across his channel, where he lays out the kind of proportions of the wands. He does a really good job, I think, of like breaking it down, some of the proportions as far as like handle length to blade length. And he also kind of talks about like the anatomy of the wand, kind of referencing it like a kind of like a sword almost, which I think is awesome. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. I may kind of regurgitate some of the stuff that I have seen in some of his videos that he has said, not trying to be him or, you know, rip anything off or anything like that. I just, you know, like I said, I was kind of inspired. And so here is one of the newer ones that I had made. I was going for this kind of double stacked mushroom kind of looking deal here. This part here is painted do kind of like a white wash with it, sort of, and then I blended a little bit with some watered down orange yellowish coloring here, kind of get this, I think they call it like ombre or gradient color, and then just some of the details that were hand carved in here with some of the small tools that, again, Kivox Ender references on his site or on his channel. He has these like mini micro chisels that he uses. So yeah, I am, as luck would have it, I actually crossed paths with this guy at a Starbucks a while ago, and his uncle he was holding on to all this hardwood for his uncle, just tons of hardwood, and we struck up a conversation because I that's who I am. I talk to random people apparently, but he said that his uncle had like left it there and he was planning on picking it up for a long time, and he didn't. So he actually offered to let me unload all this hardwood for him. I haven't been able to identify all of it. Maybe I'll show you guys some of it. I could use your help identifying some of it. Actually, that would be awesome for anyone who could help identify some of the pieces of wood. I think that I've gotten some of them down. I think I have, pretty sure I have maple, pretty sure I have dark walnut. I'm pretty sure I have white oak is another one. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna, I think I'll bring some, you know, just some chunks of wood up here sometime for another video, and maybe you guys can help me identify them. That would be awesome if you could. Share with others if you know someone who's into woodworking or even just hardwood floors or anything like that that might be able to help identify it. Share that next video that I release with them, and maybe we can identify some of these woods. I would love to list them accurately on the Vander's Wands Etsy page. So to stay tuned and see what creations I come up with, and to stay up to date on when I put out new wands for purchase on the shop, and to be able to check them out, and any, you know, ask any questions that you might have or anything like that. Anyway, just hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get notifications when new videos come out, showcasing different types of wands, and I look forward to coming up with some different designs for you guys to check out. Thanks for watching.